Here's an overview of how you can use and configure the fuel worksheet from GNE You have two ways to get to the feature. The first one is if you already have aircraft defined, you can click on the aircraft and create the new fuel worksheet. And if you don't have aircraft, you can go through the fuel worksheet and select from the templates an aircraft that suits you. Let's go with the 182 here. What we have here is a 4 parts screen with load and flight in the upper left corner, fuel at the bottom, and checks to the right. We're going to work out our way through the sheet to the sheet. Obviously, the idea is that you end up with no red flags. Let's start by creating a couple of passengers. I'm going to go with Alice and Bob. Bob is going to be 210. We're going to add cousin Doug. Doug is 250. And we're going to add a couple of bags. 15 pounds for the small bag and some kind of stupid bag. Huge bag, which is going to be 130 pounds. So we can test the envelope. All right, so this is the hangar. Right now, there's nothing in the aircraft. Um, you can see that the weight is the basic empty weight. So the first thing we're going to do is to drag and drop folks and stuff from the hangar to the aircraft. If at any point you make something silly and you want to reset, you're not happy about the layout, you can click the reset load station. That's going to bring everything back into the hangar. So we're going for Alice and Bob along with a small bag in the back. Um, right now, I have no fuel in the aircraft, so obviously the required fuel, nothing is green in terms of fuel. So I can start, let's go with max fuel, so 87 gallons for now. And you can see here that I'm currently only requiring 6.5 gallons of legal and 9.8 of personal, which is basically what we're going to configure next. So depending on the type of flight, if you keep an eye on the legal reserve, you can see that VFR day is 6.5, 30 minutes, VFR night is 9.8, IFR is going to require 45 minutes plus whatever time you need to fly to the alternate, and you can see the legal reserve is updated automatically. So for this demo, we're going to do VFR day. Um, my personal reserve is 30 minutes for VFR day on top of legal. And you can see here that I still have a red flag about taxi fuel, so I need to put some taxi fuel in there. I'm going to put 3 gallons, and my taxi fuel is now green. I have no legs in the flight. Let's do it. I want a climb, a cruise, and a descent. If you want to enter your climb time and your descent time manually, you can do so. The math is very simple. Fuel flow gallons per hour coming from the POH turns into a fuel burn. We sum everything up, and that is giving us the required fuel. If you want to do some math, so if you're not sure about the time, you can use a calculator here. That's going to ask you, okay, what are you flying? So 120 nautical miles on a heading of 110. My true is 130 on this aircraft. My wind direction, let's go 125. Wind direction, let's say 080, and my wind speed is 20 knots. So 67 minutes is my time. Um, this is giving you a required fuel, which is basically the sum of everything, legal, personal, flight, and taxi. So if I click minimum fuel here, that's going to adjust so that I'll land with only my reserve. Max fuel is 87 because my envelope is happy with my cargo. If I put a cousin dog in the aircraft, I'm going to bust the envelope. So you can see here that my max fuel is now 72.8. So if I adjust that, my landing weight is still high by 25 pounds, but at least I know what I'm working with. So I can either reduce the fuel to so that the land weight is happy, or make other adjustments that would make sense. But you can see here that it's very easy to get in a place where all the checks are green. So I'm going to force 65. That's going to be my target. I'm landing with plenty of fuel, and my envelope is met. So I can see that all my checks are green. Um, if you overload some baggage area, um, you're going to trigger. So if I remove cousin dog, I can see here that my baggage one is 10 pounds over. In a 182, this station is 120 pounds. If I go in the baggage 2, I'm 50 pounds over. Should be the same thing for baggage 3. So it is going to catch if you're overloading the baggage area. Obviously, we don't want to fly with that huge bag. If you're wondering about the weight distribution, there is a magnifier that shows up when you mouse over. So without mousing over, you can see that you have about 300 pounds of remaining load. And if you click on the magnifier, you get a detail of everything that has been counted towards the calculation. The envelope, takeoff, landing weight, zero fuel weight, probably something that you're familiar with. And the flags, basically, green is good, red is bad. So there's no real magic to it. Um, there's more nuanced, fine-tuned features that we can talk about, but I don't think that's really valuable in this overview. So we hope you like the feature. Please drop us feedback if you see anything that you think is missing. The idea here is to make something that's very straightforward and very useful. All right, hope you like it. Take care.